EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Halloween matchup. It's the Jaguars and the Browns on Monday Night Prime Time.
We are in the so-called Rocket Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Tonight we reach the unofficial midway point of the season with a good Monday night battle between our visitors and the Cleveland Browns. Run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Mayfield to throw it. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play there on the catch and run. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Once you get Kareem Hunt in the open field, look out. He's got speed to burn, and he showed off the wheels on that one.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Etienne. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a former Buckeye back home. It's Carlos Hyde. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 14. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And they'll run here with Etienne. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain, too.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 10 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
And they love what they've got in him. He's the number 4 rusher in the league right now, so you know that you have to account for him on defense, which means you can play complementary football as well. Throw the play action, get it out to the wide receivers, because they should have some open space, because the defense will key on them.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Travis Etienne of the Jags offense set to take over again here. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock, but barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards.
Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Lawrence's throw here on target to Hurst. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And this one is incomplete.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on, because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Dancing to his left. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the first down in the process. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position. One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide. On second down, a run with Etienne. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did. On play action, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7. Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up. For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup. A run for Nick Chubb. The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. A gain of 3, second down. Mayfield off the play fake. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. K'Lavon Chaisson in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter. Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've got just over 50 seconds to go till halftime, so they can try to put something together if they want. He'll let it go deep for Beckham, and that's caught inside the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They go play action now. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. He completes it to Beckham. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he will get this in. Trevor Lawrence. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we've reached... Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like Week 8 in the NFL. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Taking it about the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Peoples-Jones going to elect not to run this out, and they'll begin at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield now from the 50. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield looks to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mayfield.
And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
You know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics. I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence.
And bringing it in right side here, Beckham.
And he will have the Jaguars' 1st down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Oh, he sheds himself free. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
81 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. A handoff running left is Etienne.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive.
Etienne once more.
And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but touchdown Jaguars. Hayden Hurst, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Jags are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And the gadget play gets him into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Donovan Peoples-Jones now from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they had compiled a pretty long drive.
As they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now?
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Jags grab it. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead will swell off now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Browns drive about to get started.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10. Mayfield now. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it? And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Do it! Travis Etienne with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this 4th quarter advantage. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Caleb Chason in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
London about set to take over on offense. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On second down, ETN once more.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6.
On third down, here's ETN.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
They're going on fourth down. Lawrence going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught at the 30.
And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. An incredible play there on fourth down in their own territory. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, first and 10. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they snap him short of the first, as he can only get to the 20. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
He'll find Metcalf. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left. Is victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because
so they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off inside the 10. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Peoples-Jones going to elect to bring this one out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Rayshon Jenkins picks it off. And the Jags are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for our visitors, they climbed to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game